Okay, we're getting in breaking news that our channel has accessed new video of a Hizbul Mujahideen rally in South Kashmir, where one can see Hizbul terrorists waving Pakistani flags in the Kulgam area of South Kashmir. Hizbul men openly brandishing weapons as well, and that's the video that you can see for yourselves. Top Hizbul terrorists present at this event, where they are seen waving Pakistani flags, saluting Pakistani flags. The video of this mega Hizbul rally that was taken on the 14th of August. A terror rally that one can see now of these terrorists openly waving Pakistani flags, clapping their hands, cheering the people who are on that stage and brandishing weapons openly. That's the video that now one can see that has emerged and that has reportedly been shot in South Kashmir. Okay, shocking video there of the Hizbul Mujahideen rally that has been caught from South Kashmir, where one can see these terrorists, as you can see for yourselves, waving Pakistani flags in the Ridwani Kulgam area in South Kashmir, where this video has been reportedly shot. They're even firing in the air, they're celebrating, cheering on and brandishing weapons, saluting the Pakistani flag. These are the visuals that has been accessed by India today of this rally by the Hizbul terrorists in South Kashmir. And what we're getting to hear that a top Hizbul terrorist is also present at this event. And just take a look at the number of young men, boys, the youth there who are present at this rally. We still need to know as to who really was addressing this rally. And look at this man, as you can see, his face covered, asking people to cheer him on. His face covered with a Pakistani flag and brandishing the weapon. Shuja ul Haq joins us for more on this. Shuja, just tell us a little bit more about this video where one can openly see Hizbul terrorists waving Pakistani flags.
Well, that's right, Avantika, that's exactly what we were pointing out earlier. These incidents have been happening, over past many weeks. Like I was pointing in the earlier broadcast, at many places in South Kashmir, there have been reports that the security forces do not want to even, venture in these areas because they don't want confrontation with people, and that is why these militants are also coming out openly brandishing their weapons. To a lot of people it is the reminiscent of 1990s when which was the beginning of the armed insurgency in the Kashmir Valley, when militants would openly come out with their arms, addressing people, walking around, and that's exactly what has been happening here as well. Gives the exact extent of the problem that we are staring here at this point of time. While there is a massive unrest going on, people come out in hundreds and thousands in many parts, and then militants also joining them. In some of the places taking advantage, they also brandish their weapons. That's why many have been asking whether the government really needs to rework its strategy, while they need to ensure that the anger of the common public is somehow calm down a little by reaching out to them, by politically engaging out with them, and at the same time they need to ensure that this problem of increased violence and escalation in the level of militancy is also addressed. On both the fronts so far, it seems that the situation has been difficult. It has been more than 40 days now.
All right.
We've seen constant curfews, restrictions put in place, but that clearly has not worked. People have been dying.
Okay.
The death toll is mounting, and so
Shuja, just stay with me. We have with us strategic expert Sushant Sareen. Sushant, the one question that comes to my mind when I see a video like this is, who should the state government engage with? Who should they reach out with? Who should be the people or the stakeholders they should be interacting with to mitigate their sufferings, their so-called sufferings, when I see such a large gathering of these young men who are seen brandishing weapons and waving Pakistani flags?
No, I think in a sense the state government has made a what I would call a strategic mistake by kind of soft peddling this whole issue. The thing is that there are many more people than those who are out on the streets who are not very comfortable with the kind of stuff which is happening inside Kashmir today. But what we have done is that by asking the security forces to show leniency, to put their heads down when people are chucking stones, to not react, to not undertake proactive operations against the troublemakers. What we have done is we have empowered the troublemakers, and as a result, all those other elements of society who are very comfortable with India, who want to remain engaged with India, who might have their own problems and yet do not subscribe to the worldview of these terrorists and these jihadists, we have, in a sense, pushed them against the wall, where the only choice they have is that because of the kind of climate which has been created, they have to toe the line of the separatists, of the secessionists, and of the terrorists. And I think it is important that if you really want to engage with the people, you need to isolate this element from the larger masses of people. You need to get in touch with the stakeholders, but you need to give them the confidence that the government is going to be there, is going to protect them, is going to protect their interests, is not going to let them become victims.
But so far, Sushant, the state government has failed to do that. They haven't really gone out and reached out to the people, addressing their sufferings. Do you think that the new chief minister is possibly responsible for this kind of a soft approach for empowering the troublemakers, that perhaps, why they have realized that the army needs to scale up anti-terror operations in the area?
No, I don't think I would point a finger at the chief minister just yet. I would imagine that maybe her view is that perhaps it is important to kind of douse the flames by taking it easy, by soft peddling this issue, and once things calm down, maybe she can start the outreach program. But what is happening on the ground is that particular policy, which she thinks will help douse the flames, is actually igniting the flames by empowering these people. So I think there needs to be a rethink of the kind of soft peddling which has been going on, of the kind of almost pampering which has been going on. I think she needs to rethink that entire strategy and put in place a much more robust strategy which will help the normal civil society of Kashmir to actually come out with its own voice. They might have their own grievances, they might have political differences. That's all very well, and all of those things can be adjusted within the rubric of the Indian Constitution. But to give the field to these fellows and then expect that some kind of talks can happen with these lumpen element and this bunch of terrorists, I think that's something delusional at best.
All right, so Sareen and Shujaul Haq, thank you both for joining us and getting us more updates and perspective into the video that has come to light.